The last question: what message will I share with global leaders in order to address global concern?
My message would be to really but stop making short-sighted decisions in regard to policy. And by short-sighted, I mean quick fixes that fix a certain problem now but create problems later. I would tell policymakers to not picture just what their child's life is going to look like, but their grandchild's children's life, and ask themselves if they're creating a world that helps or hurts that grandchild's children's quality of life.
To shift their focus towards addressing these key issues, or towards creating this world in which everyone will be able to enjoy these basic rights, which are equal and fair opportunity for health, education, employment, freedom of movement, and access to resources.
I guess everyone should contribute towards prosperity.
Well, my message is very short. We should stop deforestation and also to supply the countries with drinking water. And also I think it's very important to offer many opportunities for students.
Oh, so many messages for decision makers. My number one message stems back to the last 20 years of so-called development, and it would be that privatization is not the answer to everything. The market has proven that it does not know what's best for this world. The market is blind and destructive if allowed to do whatever it wants. So to say that the privatization of things like water or health, so many different areas, that this is going to be the best thing for everyone, at this point it's been proven not always to be the case, and therefore it should not be used as a dogma, a catch-all answer for everything. I would say to decision makers that you need to speak and know what's going on at the lowest levels in your society. And of course, traditionally, you don't. You're the leaders. You live in your high places, and you're told that privatization, for example, is the key to a better life for everyone. So that's maybe my number one on the list of messages for decision makers. Stop assuming that the privatization of everything makes life better, and accept the evidence when it's there that it isn't working, and allow yourself to correct an error. So to go back, if the privatization of education and water is showing that it harms more people than it benefits, then it's no shame to go back on what you've done and correct that problem, and go back to some kind of system, perhaps a blend of both, that takes more people into account and helps more people achieve that level of, what would we call it, quality of life.
What message would you share with decision makers in order to address global concerns? For me, my biggest problem with decision makers is either business decision makers or political decision makers, is that their decisions are based on very short-term motives, either quarterly or yearly financial figures, or 2 to 4 years election figures. And I think it would be great for everyone if they start thinking more strategic and more far-sighted.